So here we are looking for fossils. Lindsay, do you still have that gastropod?
Oh, I put it in the bag.
You put it in the bag? No. It doesn't really matter. You can find a lot around here. Anyways, that sound keeps getting louder. Oh, here it is. So Lindsay just found this neat little gastropod in the rock and a polycopod or bivalve, more proper word, on the back. So you can see some of these rocks. You can see a couple orange spots on them. That's where shells were. And you know, just looking around, you don't even have to dig or anything. Just on the surface, like. I just found the biggest clam ever just in the side of this rock right here. I gotta get the positive out. Holy cow. I got the clam out that fit in that spot, but it's a steinkern, so it has no original detail anymore. There's even little fossils in the back, like little turritellas. But you know, I'm gonna leave that there because all the details are inside the print. So this spot, particularly right here, you can, you okay?
Yeah, but just, you know when you like scratch your nail against a rock?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I have done that countless times now. So you know, it's just takes looking through them. You know, some of these are better than others, some of them are not so good. So interesting that in a couple million years, some of these snails that are down here might fossilize above the aquatic snails. Okay, we're kind of at this little cliff area, and oh wow, you can see that's a large polycopod bivalve. So there's definitely one right there. I'm not too interested in it because I have a ton of them, but this spot is very rich in fossils, so there's quite a bit of spots. Yeah, this spot right here is pretty great for finding gastropods, really. These rocks right here, they separate pretty easily, which is good because that could mean that there's something in between them that's causing them to separate. Like that right there. There's some like micro fossils within some of these. Oh my gosh! Lindsay, that's the biggest Turritella I've ever found. That thing is huge. That's gorgeous, and it's the positive too. I mean, look at that. That is the most perfect Turritella I've ever found in my life. Beautiful. Alright. You know you're in a fossiliferous area is you can just see there's a bunch of really tiny broken shells within these rocks. And so I bet some of these, if you just kind of, my hammer keeps getting stuck inside the bag, you just tap it, pieces will fly off, and then you'll expose new pieces of the rock. Just like that. I was hoping maybe there'd be something in there that I could show, but it's not every time I catch myself finding a fossil when I turn the camera on, so you can't really record this super easily until after I find something. But I think it's really cool, like the Turritella I just found, to find it while on camera. So yeah, there's a really nice clam. Well, not quality wise, but it's nice size compared to most of the stuff you'll find. Just give it a little tap. Oh, that's strange. I'm gonna give it a tap right along that crack right there, that seam. Okay, so not much. Yeah, unfortunately not too much here. Some little tiny pieces of clams. Oh, here we go. Here's this is like a sandstone piece. Oh, actually, you can see where a clam was right in the side there. Let's see here. Here we go. I'm seeing a lot of clams, but you know, it's not what I'm looking for. I already have so many clams back at the house. Unless they're in absolute pristine quality. Look at this rock. You can just see all of the spots here. Okay, so I found a couple rocks that I want to show. This one's got a crack in it. Here we go. It didn't come apart too easily, so, you know, couple clams. I was feeling good about this one, but I guess not. There might be something inside there. Still no. Okay, then I wanted to look at this one. Just because I was thinking about it and I was seeing some really odd markings on this one. I mean, obviously fossiliferous as well. There you go. Crack a nice hole in the side. You can see there's a lot of oil in there, oil shale. One limpet or whatever that is. It looks quite like a limpet. Not well preserved though. And then this rock. Man, I don't have any idea. Doesn't even look like a native rock. It's just so white. I really have no idea what kind of rock this is. I'll keep checking this rock out. So here, it's not too easy to see, but there's prehistoric driftwood running through this rock. And remove some of these leaves, shit. Yeah, so there's a prehistoric driftwood. I'm seeing a very tiny gastropod. Probably not even able to be picked up by the camera. You can see the wood runs through the back end of this rock. Tiny clamshell. So I thought this was cool enough to show, just because it's really, really old wood stuck inside of this rock. So for my friend Stas, this outcropping would be a nice place to look, because you can see the rock is pretty exposed. I was thinking that this might be able to be a fern, you know, but it's too hard to identify, so even if it was, it wouldn't be noticeable and it'd make for a bad collection piece. So I started smashing into this rock and found this very intact clam. I found a clam negative right there, and here's one that's even still inside the side of this rock that's deep in the ground. After splitting the rock open with my fingers, you can see some turritellas. I won't keep these because I already have a ton of them. I'll leave them for somebody else. And a nice clam on the back. So, just wanted to show this to show how many fossils are in here. You can see a gastropod right there. A bunch of different types of gastropods. We'll clear this out right here. Some of that dirt out in there. There's quite a bit of fossils on the side. I mean, this is ridiculously just filled with fossils. So, I'm gonna take a look at a rock face. I don't know what this is. It's some kind of fossil, but it might be like a gastropod that broke. But look, it's a gastropod right there. Now you can see it. It's not that easy to see. If we take a look around, you can just, you know, find a lot of different fossils. There's quite a bit of clams in the side, their impression. Here's a nice little gastropod. Right there. Like a clam. This whole cliff, if you just take your time, here's some kind of oyster or something like that, you will find a ton of stuff. Just even in little tiny small areas where you're looking, you can find quite a bit. Right there, like what's this? Oh man, I don't even know. Oh wow, that's actually, looks like a gastropod, but yeah, I think it is a gastropod actually. The way it was shaped might look kind of like a tiny nautiloid of some kind. I would have been excited for that. Oh, right here. Look, another tiny gastropod. I mean, like, they're everywhere just on the side of this rock right here. So you don't even need a hammer. You just come up to the side of it and look. Hammer helps, of course, but you can just look. I've found so many gastropods here, including ones like this. When they clean them up, or when I clean them up when I get home, they'll look way better, and then I can show you. There's a nice gastropod stuck inside of the matrix. I'll get some of these other ones out. Let me put this in my pocket, or actually, I'm gonna put this in my bag, and then get these other ones out. I want to start with that one snail right there. Loosened it up with my hammer. Huh, well, I think, oh yeah, there it is. It's on the other side. I know, because I can see the marking on the rock. So I need to get under this one. Sometimes pulling is better than just whacking it off, because then I can grab the rock before it falls and possibly find some of this stuff. Okay, so I knocked open this rock. And I wanted to do it on camera. Okay, wow. So a lot going on. Not too much interesting that I'm seeing, but some nice little shells in there. Alright, so after cleaning some of them up, grinding some pieces down, one of them broke. Quite unfortunate. Little gastropod. So after cleaning it up, I now have what I've collected right here. Which would include just this conglomerate mess of shells. I just kept this because it had some original shells in it and I thought it was cool. A little gastropod in the edge. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Man, it really doesn't want to focus. It wants to focus on the carpet. I have some bones of some kind, I believe. Still stuck in the rock. I don't know. They look kind of like bones to me. Incredibly large bivalve. Another bivalve. These aren't very well preserved. This is very nice right here. I like this. Another bivalve. The tiny one on the edge, and a couple different mussels and shells. Even a little tiny turritella. And some kind of strange, cone of some kind or something. I don't know what that is. I would imagine turritella, but it has no markings on it, so it looks more like a stick of some kind. Some kind of gastropod imprint. Larger gastropod. Still stuck in the matrix. Very large gastropod. More like a conch, really. Nice little gastropod right there. And another. And quite a lot of these are going to be gastropods, so I don't want to just keep saying the word. A little gastropod. I'm going to do it anyways. Another gastropod. Quite a lot of gastropods. These are Eocene, 40 million years old, by the way. Another gastropod. Very large turritella. The very tip broke off, I guess. Possibly in the bag, possibly when I picked it up. I have no idea. Pretty little gastropod right there. It's got its original markings on it. Almost. There you go. It's better, I guess. Another gastropod. It focuses on the worst one with a shell behind it. And so that's pretty much what I found. Thanks for watching.